Nicely done.
Clearly nothing in there.
No, it's like a hollow.
Should we put a little water?
AI is this really trendy topic right now in the marketing and sales world. I feel like a lot of people are trying to learn more about it and how they can implement it into their current business processes and optimize what they're doing and get better at what they're doing. But I feel like there's still a lot of room to grow on the marketing automation side.
Absolutely. Marketing automation has been around for a long time. People are probably familiar with it when it comes to things like scheduling out social posts. Whether you want to post later today or this week, this month, that's a form of automation. You're setting it up in the beginning, but then you don't have to go back later. It will automatically go out. Same could be said for something like a blog RSS feed. You set up the RSS feed in the beginning to then make sure that every month that email goes out with your latest blog articles from your website. So those basic forms of automation are things that people are already probably pretty familiar with. And again, they see value in those, find a need for those because those are things that are pretty routinely done on a consistent basis. They are repeatable tasks that if, let's say, you or I or someone else on the team didn't have to do them, there's time for other things that require more brain power, more strategy to do rather than just those simple tasks that could be potentially set up once to keep carrying out over time.
Right, and I think it's important also that you keep it simple because a lot of times people try to over-automate things, or it's not about taking your job away and automating your entire, job. It's about finding those things that are repeatable, low-impact tasks that free up time for you to do, like you said, those impactful things. I think a lot of people try to cut corner with marketing automation. I think it's kind of, you hear automation and you think like, so someone's doing my job? That's how it works?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's, again, like you said, you don't want to cut corners. That's not what it's meant for at all. You want to be as intentional as you can be because finding the perfect balance for automation is allowing you and your team to get some tasks off your plate, those things that can be repeated all the time, but it also has a place to add value for your customers. So one piece of automation that we use quite frequently is the HubSpot Workflows tool because we combine that with their email tool to send automated emails that are action-based. So if someone downloads the brochure on our website or one of our clients' websites, we have that automatic email that goes out while they're currently engaging, while that lead is currently engaging, to get them back to the website to watch a video, download another offer, whatever the case may be, but we're providing that experience of real-time engagement with either our company or one of our clients' companies because of automation, and that's really great for leads. That keeps them, as we've seen over time, the more we've done this, it keeps people really engaged, and it's provided more engagement than would happen if we just let them download that brochure and didn't reach out to them at that same time.
Right. Yeah, and I think that a lot of people, they kind of have this like negative, they can have a negative opinion about automation because it's, they may have had a bad experience with it themselves, maybe they bought a car at a car dealership and they got all these text messages that are automated to them and emails that are automated to them on a daily basis, and it's just like, I think a lot of people can get turned away by some of the things that people do in the marketing space, especially when it comes to automating things. And but yeah, it's really about, like you said, giving someone a better experience, giving your leads a better experience. So like you said, if they download a brochure, well, why did they download the brochure? What was it that they were trying to get out of it? And what is that next step? What's the next thing that you can educate them on? What's the next thing that you can, what's that next value that you can offer to them?
Absolutely. So again, it's, working with your team to decide how you can use it to help internally with process, but then making sure, regardless of that, also considering the user experience on the other end. Because yes, you want your workload to be refined and you want to find the best processes to keep your team generating new work and doing all these great things over time, but at the same time you still want to make sure whatever that looks like, it's also going to be a great experience on the other end, the other side, which is that user-facing side.
Right. And if you haven't experienced automation, or if you haven't done it yourself yet with your own businesses, like there's simple ways to start. That's the thing too, and I always recommend starting simple because it can become cumbersome if you start trying to automate everything. Even if it's something that is something you should automate, like it can become messy and it can mess with your database, and there's so many things that could happen that could turn into a negative experience for leads. that could also be hard on the management side. So just keep it simple. Start with, like you said, start with an RSS feed, start with social posts. Like do those simple things to keep, to get going with automation.
Yeah, find some value in automation and kind of take it from there.
Yeah, cool.